So after about 2.5 weeks of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies going out, I just wanted to do a video just quickly talking about how this is basically the worst experience I have ever had playing a Zombies mode at launch. So before I describe how terrible my experience has been, I just want to make it absolutely clear that I don't think this mode sucks. I do think it's a fine mode. I have some fun here and there, and I think the idea of it and some of the features in it, they're cool. Like, I'm not gonna write it off because of these experiences I'm having, but I also can't just completely forget about these problems that the mode clearly has, specifically for me. Like, a lot of these issues I'm going to talk about have nothing to do with the majority of players because they're just simply not experiencing these issues. Whenever someone brings up the terrible launch of Black Ops 4 Zombies with all the blue screens and crashes, I always say, well, I didn't experience that because when I played Black Ops 4 at launch, I didn't crash once. Actually, I did crash once, but it was in custom mutations where I loaded in Blood of the Dead and like made it so all the zombies were just Brutus. And so I had like 50 Brutuses running at me at once. And obviously that's going to crash your game. I mean, like, that was kind of expected. But in terms of doing Easter eggs, and granted, I didn't go for like crazy high rounds, but like anything above like 50 was fine for me. And then the Easter eggs were fine for me. And I saw tons of players blue screening and crashing during the Easter eggs. So they had a very different experience than me with Black Ops 4 at launch. Very understandable, and I completely would understand why those people would have such an issue with that game at launch. And of course, as it gets fixed over time, maybe they can, kind of find better experiences with the mode, maybe enjoy it, and maybe get a better opinion on it because they can actually enjoy it. But for me right now in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, I just really can't find a way to properly enjoy this mode. So if you're following on Twitter, you probably have seen already me complaining about this over 20 times at this point because it's been an issue that's been going on for the past 2 weeks. And this is simply that my missions are not tracking. So the mission system is probably one of the biggest parts of this Zombies mode because it's the story, right? That's how you get through the story. It's kind of their replacement for Easter eggs, like main Easter egg quests. And I mean, they're not like the coolest things ever because a lot of the missions in Act 1 kind of were whatever, but some of them were fun, and I just had fun at least going through and doing them because it was something to do in the game. And I did live streams of a lot of Act 1, and I had okay time doing that. And that was all within like the first weekend of the game. And then right when I got to Act 2, I started Act 2, the first mission, right off the bat, I noticed it was not working. And I thought maybe I was just doing it wrong, so I kept doing it again and again. And the first mission of Act 2, if you don't know, is the same day delivery mission. And essentially what this mission is you get a cargo vehicle that you have to kind of transport by driving it to another location, and you deliver the cargo, and then the truck stays there, and then that's it, right? That's how you complete that mission. Cool, all right, it's fine. And when I did it, it wouldn't work. And part of the mission is also involved with shooting the helicopter down, the one that chases you, and you also have to destroy the cargo vehicle after completing the mission. But these aren't stuff you have to do in one go. You can do each of these three things at any point. You just have to complete 3 different things. Now, I was under the impression that I had to do them all in one go because it wasn't working at first. So I was like, okay, maybe I have to do them all in one go. It didn't specify that in the missions. And as I've learned later on, you do not have to do them all in one go. It's just, a very buggy for a lot of people. So I was like, okay, just to be safe, I'll do it all in one go. And I did it all in one go. Still wasn't progressing in the mission. It was still staying at 0, and I wasn't completing it. 0% completed for Act 2. And I did it, not even lying, over 50 different times with 50 different combinations of how to do it, using different guns, using the turret all the time, or using a separate gun, putting the vehicle, under a bridge so I can shoot the plane down. I've tried shooting the truck before and after actually picking up the reward after the mission's completed. I've tried doing them in tier 2. I've tried doing them pretty much all around the map, all the different ones. I've tried doing them in multiple different games. And I got so desperate to the point where I was like, okay, let me get a buddy in here. Let me get some friends in here to help me out with it. They helped me out. Still wasn't tracking, right? It was tracking for them. It worked for them just fine. It wasn't tracking for me. And so I got even more desperate. So I was like, okay, what if, and some people were giving me ideas on Twitter, and I appreciate all you guys trying to help me out. One of the ideas was to redo the Act 1 story mission because you can actually just, exfil right into the Act 1 story mission again. I did that. Didn't make a single difference to the mission itself. I thought maybe it wasn't like properly tracking that, so that's why I did it again. I actually did it 2 more times, to be completely honest. And like I said, tried the actual Act 1 or Act 2 mission 1 again, and again, it just didn't track. And then I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm pretty certain this is an Xbox issue. There's no way this is tied to anything but my Xbox. It's probably just a platform thing. And I've seen a couple other people on Twitter have the same issue. So I was debating on buying the game on a separate platform. I do not have the game on a separate platform. I did get the beta on PS5, but I canceled the pre-order because I do not want to purchase the game on another platform. So I was like, okay, well, I could do that, but I don't really want to. Thankfully, I had a buddy who also decided to help me out, and he let me game share for my PS5. So I was able to actually play Modern Warfare 3 on my PlayStation 5 with my same account, and I tried the mission there. I thought for sure that was going to fix it, and it did. It did not fix it whatsoever. The mission was still not tracking, which confirms to me that it is not a platform issue. It is not an Xbox issue. It is something to do with my Activision account itself. It is completely bugged. I know for a fact. I've had people trying to help me saying, oh, you can use this gun, but like, no, it is bugged. I've seen how you do it. I'm doing it the right way. I've tried it so many times. It is 1000% bugged. And yes, this kills my enjoyment of the mode because that was the part of the mode I was enjoying. Like, sure, there's other elements to the game, but I'm just not that interested in those other elements right now because I feel like I haven't experienced the part of the game that I really wanted to. You know what I mean? It's like if you play, I don't know, an Easter egg, let's say like Rise and Rock, right? And you want to do the Easter egg, but the Easter egg is bugged for just you, and so you can't do it. And then you're like, okay, well, I guess I could just, you know, maybe go for high rounds and maybe do a side quest here or there. But like not having the main Easter egg for 2.5 weeks is kind of crazy. Like that would hurt. And especially as a content creator, when I want to cover this game, I want to talk about this game more, I can't have a full opinion on the mode until I actually play those things. And I'm not sure how this is going to affect when like future missions come, but it does worry me. What if this never gets fixed? And the reason why I'm worried it's never going to get fixed is because it's already been 2.5 weeks and Treyarch has not said a single thing about it. They have not put it on the trailer board as something that they are working on. I have contacted Activision support over a week ago. They haven't said a single thing to me. Treyarch has not said a single thing to me. I have tweeted at the community manager for Treyarch multiple times in the most respectful way possible. They have not said a single word. So I'm just led to believe that they either don't know about this issue or it's such an obscure issue that not many people deal with that they just don't have it on their priority of things to patch. And I understand that, like I get that, but like just say something. Like even if it's just simple as we'll work on it later, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. But they haven't said a single word. I get it, they're probably really busy, but why does this exist in the first place? This is a major issue. Even if it only is affecting some people, like probably less than 1% of the player base, because like I said, I've only seen a couple people on Twitter say that they have the same issue, but it's still a huge issue for those players. Not being able to do the main story missions for over 2 weeks is insanity. I've never experienced shit like that ever in a prior Zombies mode. You get some crashes maybe in Black Ops 4, well, whatever, you can just do the Easter egg a day later and maybe the crashes will be fixed by then. I don't know. I'm not sure when the crashes were fixed for Black Ops 4, but at least for most people, I know they were doing it within a week. So it's not like it was, you know, broken for them for this long. At least they could attempt the Easter egg and maybe hope it doesn't crash. I don't even have that luxury here. I can't even hope it's gonna work because it just doesn't. It doesn't track whatsoever. I've tried it so many times. I am tired of it. I can't just go in the mode and actually just enjoy it. And there's other aspects to it, but honestly, the missions were the one thing I was really enjoying. Just doing contracts randomly, just whatever. I mean, sure, I could do that, but do I really want to just go in do a bunch of contracts so you can go in tier 3, kill the Mega Abomination? I did just kill the Mega Abomination the other day. It was kind of fun, but it wasn't that rewarding. It gave me like a blue wrench or something. I was like, okay, I don't fucking care about a blue wrench. Like, I just want to do the main story missions. And like I said, I'm a patient person, but the problem isn't about patience here. The problem is about, I don't even know if Treyarch knows this is an issue. So I guess I'm just making this video to kind of like say to Treyarch, please, just fix this, or at least let me know it's something that is being worked on or something. Even if it's not going to be fixed for another month, I would at least be happy knowing that it is going to be fixed. You know what I mean? And by the way, I didn't even go into the full extent of things I tried to like fix this issue. I also uninstalled my entire game on my Xbox and reinstalled the entire game, which you think wouldn't be you know, obviously if I tried on PlayStation 5 and it still didn't work, then you would know that that wouldn't fix it. But I did that before I even did the PlayStation 5 thing. I also reset my entire Xbox. So all these things, like none of it mattered because it is just an issue with my Activision account itself. And there's really no way to you can't reset an Activision account. I mean, sure, I can make a new Activision account and then do the game from there. That would probably fix it, but why the fuck would I do that? Like, I love my account. I want to use my account. I have leveled up a bunch on my account. I'm not going to make a whole new account just to do the story missions. That would be ridiculous. And I won't say I have had a bunch of crashes. I know a lot of people have been experiencing really bad crashes on PC with this game, and I haven't gotten like that many, but it was definitely more than I ever had in any other Zombies game before, which again is kind of shocking because I don't know, like I see so much praise for this game and I'm so happy people are loving it, but like from just a technical standpoint, it is the worst experience I've ever had, like worse than Black Ops 4. Vanguard wasn't even this bad. I don't even Vanguard really, like Vanguard is not a fun Zombies mode when it comes to like the launch maps, at least for me, but like I never had that many technical issues with it. It was kind of just like whatever. It just had gameplay issues, I guess. And I don't know, this year is just a big technical mess, I guess. And it really does feel like a beta or something maybe bigger that Treyarch will be working on, maybe even for COD 2024. I have no idea, but obviously paying for a beta just doesn't feel good. And I'm not saying it actually is a beta, but it feels that way, especially with how many bugs and glitches there's been. And Treyarch has been on point with patching some stuff. They definitely patched some of the issues with like these zombie hordes. They kind of like made them smaller because there was some frame rate issues with them. They also, you know, fixed the whole duplication issue that was causing a lot of lobbies to crash. So there's definitely things that they're working on. This is no hate against Treyarch as a studio in terms of their work ethic. They work really hard. And I'm not even really complaining about their communications team because like I said, they might not even know about it. Like if they do know about it, then yes, I would have an issue because they should be saying this. They should be actively saying this out loud. I haven't heard a single thing about it. I checked their Trello board. Nothing about this specific mission or any really missions not tracking is there. There's things about like, you know, other sorts of things not tracking, like one of the other missions, I think in like Act 3 or something, but not this one I'm talking about specifically here. So I'm just assuming they don't know about it. If they don't know about it, it's not really their problem. It's not really their issue. They just need to like fix it. I don't know. Like it's just, I don't know. That's why I'm just like, I'm hoping I can get the word out there. And the problem is I don't want to constantly like tweet at them because I feel like I'm harassing them at that point, but what other choice do I have? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what choice I have. Do I just sit here and just let this very obscure problem that's probably affecting less than 0.001% of the player base? Or do I just actually say something? And I've tried. And I really, if you guys have any contacts with Treyarch whatsoever, if you're, you know, maybe you got some people at Treyarch that you know, or whatever it may be, just please try your best to like let them know about this issue because I need to know it's being worked on because I want to enjoy this mode. I do. I know a lot of you guys are loving it on Twitter. I wish I can join that crowd and have fun as well, but I just, every time I play it, I just get annoyed with the fact that I can't even do the part of the game that I love the most. I mean, I'm a big Easter egg guy. That is my thing. And yes, these missions aren't really like, you know, Easter eggs in the traditional sense, but they still have that feel to them where it leads to a story mission. And then at the very end, you get the boss fight. I wanted to experience that Orca boss fight. And it's been 2.5 weeks. I paid $70 for this game and I can't even do the damn boss fight. Like that's fucking nuts to me. Like that is nuts. It's already a really hard grind to get to that. And I've played probably like double the amount of time it would take to actually get to that Orca boss fight. Like I should theoretically be there already. I should have probably already done it and then had way more time to spare. Cause like I said, I grinded that first act in like the first weekend. So I should have been done with Act 3 by now. But you know, the way it works is it's just glitched for me, so what am I gonna do? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, even though it was not a very enjoyable video. It was just me complaining about how broken this game is for me, but I had to get this off my chest and maybe just get the word out there to people who may know people who work at Treyarch. So yeah, I'll see you guys on my next one. Peace out.